program interview series with students that are preparing for their student recital, their senior or junior recital rather. And we're here with Alvin Campbell, senior, who's getting ready to do his senior recital. And what day is your recital going to be on?
April 21st, 7:30.
7:30. All right. So you're at the end of the road. So talk to us about your classes that are indigenous to the gospel studies that will be different than classical or jazz, like gospel improv. What does that entail?
Well, like for instance, that was a little snippet of a hymn, Having a Little Talk with Jesus, and it just entails staying true to a melody but changing maybe the chords around it and interpreting it differently. So that's usually we work on a gospel improv, or there are some techniques that are really churchy, you know, touching on those, and then also playing hymns in their traditional way, but then also putting a little spin on it or whatever, as we just did with Have a Little Talk with Jesus.
Okay.
So that's usually the things we work on in gospel improv.
Okay, and your repertoire in the gospel music studies program is basically hymns and...
Well, yeah, hymns, and I also play for the voices.
Right.
They sing every semester, and so...
Okay.
And whatever they sing, usually top 40 stuff, or usually like I think this semester they're working on some Andre Crouch memorial tribute stuff or whatever.
Okay.
So
okay.
Things. But yeah, usually we'll probably pick maybe 3 hymns each semester, and we'll either play them real traditional like Greatest Our Faithfulness, or he'll say take this, keep the melody the same, but just change it, do whatever you feel to it, and so that's usually what we do.
Okay, and the he you're talking about is your professor.
Professor Gary Gillespie.
Yes, yes. So what have you learned from your professor?
Oh, wow. Like, mainly a confidence, and he's, of course, you know, he plays everything.
Yeah.
And his technical expertise is really, this is really great, and I think I've learned that from him. And one of the things that I think you posted on the board, practice. You can never practice enough or whatever. And so that gives you a confidence that when you sit down, even with nervousness, you can just rely on practice. I think that's what he's taught me.
Exactly. Kind of like muscle memory.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what else did you have to take? You took piano lessons also prior to you going to Gillespie here. Were you with Professor Cooper or Professor Roach? Or?
Professor Roach.
Okay.
Yeah, actually I took them when I first got here in 2012. I took both of them.
Okay.
I took classical from her, and I played Chopin and Bach, and of course, you know, she crucified me on my scales and my arpeggios and things like that or whatever. So
right.
It was kind of, almost felt like it was a dual major in classical and gospel. So I did have to sight read Chopin, Tchaikovsky, several other, you know, I think for 2 semesters I did that with Professor Roach.
Okay.
All the while still
studying with Gillespie. Okay,
so,
great. So as a music major, you have to take piano, you have to have an ensemble, you have to have your major instrument. You also have theory and ear training. Talk to us about your ear training.
Theory and ear training with Professor Van Buren, whom I adored. I loved this class. He pushed me so hard. I first started college at Howard. First 2 years of college I did at Howard, and it was pretty strict. But I guess I hate to put this on camera, but I thought of UDC less than maybe at Howard University. But it was when I got in his class for that first 2 weeks of Theory 3. Yeah. Oh my God! I went home and read and studied and reviewed because he knew his stuff and he pushed me. And by the way, I aced him Theory 3 and 4 and ear training 3 and 4.
Awesome.
All A's.
Awesome.
Yeah, but he knows his stuff, and I admired him.
Yeah.
About that. Doesn't matter how old you are, you know what you know, and he wouldn't let us get away with it just because he may have been older, but he knew his stuff. And that impressed me so much.
Yeah, he's a genius.
Yeah.
He's a genius.
Yeah. We were teasing him one time in class. He was standing up teaching and he's playing something, and he was prepping us for our, I think it was exam. And I said, wait a minute, if you can't play it, we shouldn't have to analyze it. And he said, oh really? Sat down at the piano and let us have it. Everyone's like, whoa!
He's a major pianist. He's a major pianist and organist. Yeah, he's great.
I think I pretty much enjoyed his classes the most.
Okay, good. You had conducting last semester, didn't you?
With Professor Richard Odom.
And how was that? Yeah.
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 And of course, can nobody quite do it like him. Like I really enjoyed watching him conduct the orchestra and the chorale. I think the last Christmas concert or whatever.
Right.
But it helped strengthen my timing ability.
Okay.
And he was also a stickler. Like I thought it was a writing class at one point. So he was writing so much.
Yeah.
But
Because all the theory comes into play.
all the theory, right? And then we had to research the composers.
Mm-hmm.
And the program notes or whatever, but it really helped me count better and to keep time better. So
Okay.
that's a good class to take.
So talk to me about what you're going to do after you graduate. What are your musical
Whoa.
plans?
Well, musical plans. I am working on releasing a single with my personal group, Alvin Campbell and Total Praise, within the next month or so.
Mm-hmm.
You can find it on iTunes, Amazon.com, Google Play. You can find it.
Right.
And I wanna, I do have an album on iTunes
Yeah.
that was recorded in 2005.
Okay.
Produced by Alvin Crispell, musicians
Right.
John Peters. They did some work on it. It was a good album. So if you want to hear that,
Okay.
you know. But I'm also a writer, and I think that's more my passion, more of my calling, if you will,
Okay.
writing. And so
Okay.
I'm focusing on that, and I do probably see grad schools in my future. I haven't applied for next semester, but you know.
Okay. So tell these people who are looking at you and they're listening to you about the UDC. You touched on it a little bit, what you were expecting when you got here. Would you advise anybody to come and apply for the gospel program, for the jazz program, for any program?
It is not a walk in the park.
Mm-hmm.
You have to know your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You have to practice. It's not going to, you get here and you can just phlegm it through. Professors here have Juilliard degrees. Professors here, like Professor Roach, was playing the scale one day and she was across the room. You playing the wrong fingering.
Yeah.
How can you hear that? She heard me. The professors here know this stuff, so I don't think you can come here and just because you can play some shout music or whatever, you can make it through.
Yeah.
If you apply here, come prepared to work, come prepared to study. They're going to challenge you, and you will be better. I'm a witness. You will be better because of it.
Okay. All right. So April the 21st at 7:30.
7:30 in the UDC something upstairs. What is it?
It's called the Recital Hall.
The Recital Hall. The UDC. The UDC Recital Hall.
All right. We will be looking forward to it, and much success to you, Alvin.
Great. Thanks a lot.
All right.